Hi dudes. I'm not crying. You're crying. Shut up. Merry Christmas. I just wanted to pop by and say hi. It's Christmas Eve, which for Norwegian people is like the main day. So Christmas Eve is when we gather with family and we eat the dinner and we like have the time together and we open presents and stuff. We do this on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, we just chill. I think we just chill. In my house, we just chill. So we just chill on Christmas Day. Like, we're literally at home. We eat leftover food from the day before, play with our new toys. And then usually, like, on second Christmas Day, that's when we go out and eat dinner with, like, extended family. So typically we'll gather at my grandma's place or something like that. That's at least how my family does it. I don't know other families if they go to dinner on Christmas Day or not. But my family, Christmas Day is chill day. But yeah, for Norwegian people, Christmas Eve is, like, the Christmas event, and here I am. It's almost over, actually. It's 11:30, a little over 11:30, so Christmas Eve is almost over, and here I am. I am in my one room in South Korea by myself. It's not a bad thing. I had a really good day. I was not by myself all day. Wednesday I went and visited my friend who lives outside of the city, and her and her entire family. I'm pretty close with them, I think. I stayed with them several times, and I typically, when I go there, I'll stay overnight. And I was supposed to stay just one night, but I ended up staying 2 because plans. So I got home today. I kind of got the offer to stay until tomorrow as well, but to be completely honest with you, I wasn't expecting to stay 3 nights, so I didn't bring like enough extra socks and underwear for that, so I kind of had to go home. But yeah, I got home around 10:30, and then I called my mom/dad. Talked with them, that was nice, and I'm going to call my grandma after this, and then after that I'm going to call the boyfriend, and then I don't know, maybe I'll call more people. I don't know, we'll see. I have the entire weekend. I mean, this bothers me. It bothers me that it's so visible, but it's like, it's a new pimple. It's lovely. It hurts, and it's wonderful. Anyways, yeah, I just, I am enjoying calling them and being like, you know, Merry Christmas and stuff, but it's a little it's just a smidge tough. Like, the lack of Christmas hasn't bothered me thus far. Like, I have like no sense of Christmas in my body. Haven't watched any Christmas things, haven't listened to a single Christmas song. But on my way home, like from my friend lives in Åtan, so I was on my way back home on line 1. I was on the train and I was looking at a website, like the news website, and then it had like one of the things where you can like put in your birth date, like the year you're born, and it will show you sort of the things that were popular for Christmas when you were young. So it showed me like, you know, like these things were sort of like the Christmas. I don't know if this is an international thing, but in Norway we have like Christmas calendars on TV. So it'll be a show that will air like an episode every single day leading up to Christmas, 24 episodes. And people are typically very attached to them, myself included, because we watch them as kids. We grow up with these things, right? And the shows that I loved as a kid, they don't go on TV anymore because, you know, both because they're outdated and some people might find something in them that they think is problematic because, you know, times change. They're still like around and you can still watch them if you want. And I think we have the most important one we have on VHS, which is cool because I think my parents still have a DVD/VHS. I can speak. A DVD/VHS machine. I think they still have it. And I think it still works. But I haven't watched any of those. I thought about, like, since it's Christmas Eve, if I should do something to try to, like, grasp the little bit of Christmas that I could. So, you know, I could order some hot cocoa delivered to my door or something. I have some Christmas cookies. They're not Norwegian, but that doesn't really matter. Like, I have gingerbread cookies, like gingerbread thins, I guess you could call them. They're Swedish, and they are Swedish. I'm pretty decent Sweden, but I don't care, because it tastes exactly the same as the Norwegian ones. Pepperkake. So I got those, and then I got Danish Delights butter cookies. And these aren't really like that similar, but they're kind of similar to some of the Norwegian cookies that we make that are like sort of like butter cookies. They're much better made yourself. But I don't have ingredients or an oven or even a toaster oven, so that's not happening. But they're an okay replacement. Like, you know, they're kind of in the same genre of cookies that the ones that we typically make for Christmas, so. This was, me and my friend went to Itaewon to look at like the foreign stores. Found this 3,001 for like this box. It's pretty good for me because I don't eat that much. So they had a bigger one, but I would not buy that. It's too much. I would not finish that before I leave Korea, which is kind of crazy to think about. I have like 2 months left before I leave. Also, I want to show you something, but it's kind of showing off like the cringy fangirly side of me that I don't really like to show off. It's like my secret self. But this is my channel, so I'm gonna do what I want. I kind of forgot about this. So on Weavers is like the international shop for a lot of like K-pop fans. Like you can buy merch and stuff from there. It's K-pop related. It doesn't have to be K-pop. I think there's other stuff too. But for me, like it's where I follow a lot of the 17 stuff, and that's where I buy my merch. But I had to renew my membership because I was going to buy the online concert tickets. Then I also bought the membership kit, which I don't remember why. I think it was because it's kind of cheap. I think it's 15,000 won, which is very cheap compared to like anything else that they sell. I don't think I knew what was in there even. I was just like, it's a thing you get to buy since you already purchased a membership. So I bought that, and it took like 2 months to ship or something because... Anyways, it arrived yesterday. And look how big it is! Look at this box! I looked at it really briefly before I went. It feels so cringy. I don't really get merch. I'm not a merch person. I just do it every now and then, but I usually don't get merch. But you know, it arrived, and it got like a photo book, which I think is like... here's the thing. I like photo books, but also I find them so cringy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not much of a merch person. I'm not even saying this because I don't want to be judged for liking K-pop boys or whatever. I'm not much of a poster person either. Like, I don't really like to have people on my walls. Does that make sense? If I was to put up a poster, it would be like of some artwork or... No, oh my god, sounds so pretentious. But you know, like the drawings of my cats or something. Or memories, like pictures with friends. I'm more of that kind of person. Putting up posters from like a band or a group is not quite my style, but I think it's really cool that I have it. And also, it has like question thingies in it. That's pretty cool. I like interview things. Then it has like a photo card thing, like one for each member, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that was in there. I had no idea what was in there at all. Some stickers. I mean, it's not like it's a whole bunch of stuff. But now I have a box for all my cringy fangirls. It arrived just before I left my house on Wednesday, and actually I forgot that I got it. Like, I forgot that I ordered it. And then I got back home and I forgot that I received it. So I got home and I was like, oh yeah, you're here. What else do I have? I feel like showing you like... Also my hair is kind of... I feel like showing you like my nice things or good things because I want to show you / myself that I have nice good things going on. I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to comfort myself, or maybe I'm just trying to share my interests. I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's a mix. Okay, let me show you the books that I got. I think maybe I showed it in a different video, but I'm not sure if I did. And also, even if I did, it's probably not edited, and it might never be. So I started buying a lot of books recently, partially because I found a used bookstore, which is awesome. Like the quality, that doesn't look used at all. Like, okay, maybe a smidge used, but it's the quality, like... So I bought a manga. This is, it's original in Japanese. I was going to buy this in Japanese too, but I don't think I did. Well, I know that I didn't, because I don't have it in Japanese, but it's the bookstore Skull Guy, Mr. Honda-san. Mr. Honda-san. That's a great language knowledge, yes. I don't know, it's just fun. I think it's like a... How do I explain this? It's about a guy, this guy, Skull Guy. He works in a bookstore, and he has interesting customers that come in and are hard to deal with or funny to deal with. But I just thought it would be fun, so I got that. I had an interest in it already, and then I saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. And then also I got One Punch Man, Volume 1. Funsies. Next book. I think I talked about this before, but I don't know if that's a video that is or will be made. There's like happy things to do every day. Kind of. It's sort of the translation of the title. And here it says, like, to the us who are still waiting for happiness. It's so sweet and kind of sad. It's not a children's book. It's sort of like thoughts of encouragement, kind of, or like philosophical thoughts, tidbits. It's a little hard to explain. It's kind of a genre that I haven't really been at before with like Norwegian. I don't think it's much of a genre in the English or Norwegian market anyways, like a Western market maybe. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it seems really nice. I bought that. This is something that I just bought at a bookstore, so like full price on everything. But yeah, seems nice. Next is another book that I got from the used bookstore. It's like almost half off. It used to cost 11,200, now it's 6,005. So this is basically like thoughts from while you're eating breakfast. And look at the picture, it's a cat and that's a fried egg. That's kind of what got me. Like, I just picked it out of the shelf. I was looking at essay books because I kind of like it because they're like shorter text, you know? And I just saw the cats, and that usually stops me in my tracks right away. And then the fried egg, and I was like, okay. Then I read the title, and I was like, okay. And then the first one, it's just, this starts with the dialogue, right? You don't have to understand this. Hold on, it's a little blurry. You don't have to understand this, but look, the end of the dialogue is just question marks. That's very my style. You know when someone responds with 3 question marks? Like in real life, it's just like a facial expression. And you can feel the question mark, question mark, question mark. I love that stuff. So I got that. I got a lot of books for someone who can't actually get through a book in Korean because I don't know enough Korean, especially words. But I feel like it helps, like vocabulary wise. I'm learning to recognize words and meanings much quicker by just keep reading, even if I don't understand everything. Last book, Inconvenience Convenience Store. I got this in a bookstore like a while ago, around Chuseok, actually. I have read exactly 1 page because it takes so long. Because I have to I write down the sentence and then I have to break it down because this is like a normal adult book and the sentences are really long. And when I started it, I still didn't really know a lot of vocabulary and grammar, and now I know more, but they're still like, you know. Looking at it though, I think maybe I'm getting to a point where I can maybe just power through. Like, yeah, maybe. Maybe not this, because this one is probably like the most difficult book that I have. But in general, I'm kind of getting to a point, a little bit, I think, where I'm getting a bit more comfortable with not understanding everything. Does that make sense? It's easier in a comic because you don't have to understand everything. But in a book, you know, I feel like maybe the threshold is a bit higher because you don't have visual clues to help you to, like, keep with the subject. What? What am I saying? The context. No? Maybe? Huh? What am I saying? My point is, you don't have to understand everything, but you do have to understand a certain amount to be able to keep going, even when you don't understand stuff. But maybe I'm getting there. Who knows? Lastly, I want to show you my favorite book. This was a bit random. This turned into like a show and tell. But it's just my way of filling myself, my life, with happy things, with the things that I enjoy. It's my favorite book. I bring it everywhere. I almost never read it for some reason. Because I find so much comfort knowing it's here. It's my favorite book until further notice. Anxious People. This is a Swedish author. This book is in Norwegian though. I feel like it's more funny in a Nordic language. I don't know if there's a big difference between Norwegian and Swedish, but I do feel like it's quite a big difference in nuisance between the Norwegian one that I have and the English one that I tried to read. It's just something about the humor, like just snark, you funny. It's really, really funny in Norwegian, and it's a lot less funny in English, in my opinion. I don't mean to like shoot it down because it's still like my favorite book, and I would read it in English if I didn't have the Norwegian one. But it's so good. It's so good. What a weird video this turned into. It started with me like kind of crying because I talked with my family and I was missing them, and my dad even fell a tear, which is very rare, and I'm like on the verge of tears all the time, which is very normal for me. I always celebrate Christmas with my family, and it's weird. This is my very first Christmas without them, and it's also a Christmas where I'm sitting here by myself. 6 minutes until Christmas Eve is over. Not that it matters. I don't think I'm gonna try to grasp any Christmas. I think I'm just gonna say that this is gonna be like, it's gonna be a weekend, not just a Friday, but a weekend where I spoil myself a little bit extra. Also because everyone gave me money for Christmas gifts, which is nice. I'm finally going to order a scarf for myself because I'm too lazy to go outside and buy one. And then if there's anything else that I feel like I need, I'm gonna get that too. Like, I think I need a new sunscreen, so maybe I'll just splurge on a sunscreen. I don't know. I'm just blobbing at you now, I'm sorry. I don't really make fun, cool videos that people want to watch. This is a bit disheartening that I am this way, but for me this is very therapeutic, so I guess this is just what it is. And then tomorrow, I don't have any plans, so I don't know what tomorrow will be, but I think tomorrow, I'm gonna go to Daiso again. Keep going to Daiso, but I think I'm gonna go to Daiso and just buy whatever I want. Sometimes I go there, I'm like, nah, I don't need to spend money on this, I don't need to spend money on this. Like, everything in Daiso is maximum 5,000 won, which is not a lot of won. But if you buy like 30 things, you can actually manage to spend a lot of money there as well. And it's not like I need a lot, but it's just, you know, anything I want. I'm still not saying I'm gonna splurge or like waste money, but I do have a little bit extra now, and if I want to buy myself a snack at Daiso, I will. Or if I want to buy myself that tiger pillow that I've been thinking about. You know, I have my friend here, who still doesn't have a name, by the way. I need to name him before I leave. But yeah, I have my friend right here. He needs a friend. I saw a friend for him. It's a tiger. It's like the same kind of like just head pillow thing. I'm gonna get him. And yeah, that's my convictions of today. I have to respond to some messages. I have to make at least one more video call, maybe 2, like a couple more video calls, and yeah, I'm just gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe order some nice delivery, something, just to like treat myself a little bit. And I didn't actually cry. I keep telling you that I'm like on the verge of crying, but talking, to myself makes me not cry, maybe. Even though I'm probably gonna cry later. Like after I turn this off and stop talking, because talking is somehow very therapeutic. And just sitting here thinking it's not. Did I even finish the story? I don't think. Oh my god. I think I started on a story about me being on line 1, and I was going to say that I heard a Christmas song from when I was younger, and it made me almost cry in the train. I don't think I finished that. I think I started a thought and then just moved on. Started talking about trains or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a Christmas song that was really popular when I was younger, and it's a Christmas song that kind of gets played every year. It's called Home for Christmas, I think. It's like the chorus. I mean, the chorus is like, "Let me go home for Christmas." No, I want to go home for Christmas. I want to go home this year. I want to go home for Christmas. Let me go home this year. Something like that. And it just hit really hard this time because I can't go home for Christmas. So that was the thought. I don't know if that was earlier or not in the video. This is the first you're hearing from it. It's because I started it and I didn't finish. But yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me just a little bit this Christmas Eve. We're in the last minute of it right now. Feels weird. But it's okay. I can sort of like accept the fact that today or this year was not that kind of Christmas that it used to be, but I can live with that. I got a lot of other experiences, so it's a bit like regrettable, but it's just part of being an adult. You can't keep every tradition always. As we're ticking into the last 20 seconds of Christmas, I hope you have a good one. I know that for most people it's gonna be tomorrow, which is, the 25th, so if that's your Christmas, then I hope you have a great one. And even if you don't have a great one, just know that I'm thinking about you. And I want you to have a good one. And even if you can just have a small moment, I want you to cherish that. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat my cakes and cookies. Christmas Eve is officially over for me. So, I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Subscribe and stuff. Blah, blah, blah.